and welcome to the business of being a virtual assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson. Thanks again for returning, and thank you if this is your very first time listening and watching the episode. This is episode number 218, and we're going to talk about exploring. How do you find out who you want to serve and how you want to serve them? The best way to find out is to explore. Now, if you've been in your business for a while, you may have done this already, or maybe it's time to explore some new things. Or maybe outside of business, just in your life, you want to try something new, but you're not sure what that new thing is. So there are 3 ways that you can approach this. The first way is you can read about it. Do some research, go online, research all about a particular thing. For example, I have been interested in minimalism for a while. I would watch a video here and there, but not like fully deep dive into it. So I think I'm at the point where I'm ready to fully deep dive into it. So what did I do? Of course, years ago, I read Marie Kondo's book to help me, declutter. And that was very effective. I decluttered at the time, but now it's time to do it again. So now I'm looking at not just decluttering, but like reducing to only the things that we use. And I know it's going to, take a while to do this, but I'm excited for the journey. And to find out more about it, I researched it. So instead of reading, I researched it. Looked online, I'm looking at videos, I'm watching the process and what's the best way. And after I watch something, then I'm going to take action immediately, starting with towels and clothes. The funny thing, can I tell you a funny story? Okay. You're probably already, if you're interested in the decluttering or minimizing some things, the Minimal Mom on YouTube, she gives some really good tips. That's who I'm watching, the Minimal Mom. Anyway, I've basically been doing this without realizing it. So we have a bunch of towels, but there are only select towels that I like to use. And I will literally dig around in the towels because we were keeping them in like a hamper, keeping the clean towels in a hamper. And I would literally dig around to find the towel that I liked. And it has to do with, how it feels, how it absorbs water. Knowing I have these other towels that are hard or don't absorb water well anymore, but still had them, but I would just avoid them when I selected my towel. You may be doing the same thing. Now, knowing that I'm going to get rid of stuff, I immediately went to that hamper and pulled out all the towels that I skip over, and I've got them in a bag. They're going to be donated to the animal shelter. The animal shelter will take used towels. They might even do sheets too. I have to research that. But they'll take, donated towels. So I'm excited to get rid of some stuff. So explore. The first way to explore is research it. And you can do that. Go to Google. It's going to bring up videos. It's going to bring up articles, whichever the best way is you like to receive information, you can listen or read it. So that's a perfect example. Let's use, and let me give you an example business wise. Okay. Let's say real estate. You're very interested in real estate. You've been watching HGTV, or you've been watching Like It or Listed, or $1 Million Listing. Can y'all tell I'm into this? $1 Million Listing. So you like shows like that, Flip or Flop. And maybe you want to serve real estate agents. So research the real estate industry, see what they're doing, see who the top 10 real estate agents are online, on social media. What are they doing that would be helpful for the real estate agents that you want to serve? And then figure out how you can match your services with their need. So you're exploring the idea of working with real estate agents. You can apply this if you want to work with plumbers or lawn care people, electricians, accountants, hairstylists, anybody that you feel like could utilize your virtual assistant services, especially when you're ready to niche your services to a particular industry. Just because you are niched to work with real estate agents doesn't mean that you can't have a client that's an accountant. You can, but you need to know who are you talking to so you can start talking to them. Okay. Another way that you can start exploring is to ask people that are already doing it. If you know people that are, I'm stick with our real estate agent example, real estate agents, ask them about what a typical day looks like. Get some information that way. If you don't know any real estate agents, since you can't literally ask, this is where videos come in handy, and you can research. It goes back to number one, research, to find out what does the day in the life of a real estate agent look like. Has anybody done any videos about this? And this is a way, it's kind of like virtually asking without asking, because now you're seeing what they are doing. Let's say you want to serve makeup artists. Well, you could find a video to see if anybody is showing what a day in the life of a makeup artist looks like. Get an idea of where what you're providing and what they need matches up. The biggest key here is to explore and kind of jump into the world of your future client to see what it looks like for them. And is this a road you want to go down? You might find out that I'm not really interested in real estate agents, or I'm not really interested in what the serving accountants after I've seen what they're doing, or a financial advisor or insurance agent. Or maybe I am more interested in insurance agents than I thought I would be, because you took a few moments to take a dive into their world. The third way you can explore, and this is probably most helpful if there's a service that you want to offer, but you're not sure. You researched it on Google. You've read about, different ways. Maybe you're looking into Pinterest. You do Pinterest for yourself, but you're not sure what that would look like for a client, how you would word it, how you would phrase it, how you would market it. So you research all of that stuff. Maybe you did asking to see if there are other VAs that offer Pinterest services, or you went to YouTube and found a video of a Pinterest VA. Or maybe you're in a group on Facebook and you found someone who's a Pinterest VA and they're sharing about their experience. Those are ways to get answers to your questions without directly asking someone. Now you want to experience it. So how can you experience offering Pinterest services to a non-existent client? How about this? And if you listened to the podcast before, you've heard me mention you being your number one client. This is also where that comes in. Experience being a Pinterest VA with your number one client. With everything that you have learned, you found out through articles you read, the videos, virtually asking, now you experience it. You become the client that needs the Pinterest services. This is going to help you know, is this something I want to offer? It's going to help you know, what questions do I need to ask my client? Because now you have firsthand knowledge and you're going to know what it's going to take. Do they have boards already set up? If they have boards set up, how are they categorizing them? How deep are they going in the categories? Or do they need you to set up the boards for them? Do they have hashtags already for their Pinterest boards or their Pinterest account? What you learn becomes questions for your future client. You learn all the tricks and trades in regards to the Pinterest boards, and now you form those into questions for your future client. You also have an example to reference because you have become your number one client and you have done this before for your client. This way, your client, I set my timer off, so you see me looking at my watch, turn the timer off. Your client is not the first one. Sometimes we get to talking and we're so busy talking and we end up sharing that, oh, you're my first client. I've never done this before. You don't want to do that. This way, you won't say that because you have firsthand experience with your first client in providing this service. Apply this to every new service that you want to do. You become your client first. If you want to offer, let's say, blog content services, do you have a blog? Your client is probably going to look for you to have a blog. If you're offering social media services, your client is looking to see if you have a social media. Some will care about how many you have on it. Most won't. If you're saying you can build their account to a certain place, they're going to be looking for your account to be at that place and beyond. Because if you did it for yourself, you should be able to do it for me. But if you didn't do it for yourself, they're going to question whether you can do it for them. So this is where that experiencing comes in handy. This works if you're trying a new hobby or exploring being a minimalist like I am. And I hate labeling it like that. I just need to get rid of stuff. I'm tired of looking at things that I know I don't use. And so this is a way to pare down, way down. I'm excited. So anyway, I want you to share with me in the comments, what is it that you're interested in and that you plan to explore further? Let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments. If you're watching on Facebook, let me know below. And if you're listening and you're taking me on your drive, thanks so much for taking me along. Head on over to the Facebook page when you get a moment, tiffanyparson.com/TBBVA, and let me know what you plan to explore in the next week. Give yourself a deadline because then we tend to procrastinate and put it off what we're going to explore. If you're not on the email list, I don't know why not. The email list is the first to know about the podcast. So the way you get on the special list is you text 33777 and you're going to text the phrase VA Start. You're going to put it all together. VA stands for Virtual Assistant Start. VA Start. That will get you on the email list. You'll be the first to be notified about the podcast. You'll also be the first to notified of any classes that open up, membership program, free webinars, and more. So I look forward to hearing what you plan to explore in the next week. Thank you again. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.